God damn it. I have other things to do today, right? So why must this man keep popping up in my life? Logan Paul bought a sealed case of first edition base set Pokemon cards for a whopping $3.5 million.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer?
Now, it has come out recently that more than likely the case is fake. Well, 95% chance that it's fake, allegedly. So, people better than me have gone into longer details showing the ins and the outs of why the box is more than likely fake. Now, the main video from the source of information is the YouTube channel Rattle Pokémon. Links in the description for him, and he does a lot more of an in-depth breakdown as to why it is more than likely the case. What I want to do here today is go over all the facts collected and give you a more bite-sized breakdown of what's happening, as all of the videos that he has so far has around approximately 114 minutes of gathered information. So let's see if we can speed run this a little bit. A random eBay buyer finds a sealed case of base set first edition cards, tries to sell it off of eBay for more than the auction price to the first place bidder. When asked to see it and fly down to inspect it, the initial eBay seller just goes, "Nah, I'm good. Not gonna let that happen." So naturally, he goes to the second place bidder and sells it to him, which is Card Kahuna, for an undisclosed price. Card Kahuna then gets it authenticated by a company not well known for authenticating that sort of thing. He then turns around and sells it for $2.6 million to Shine 150. Who then quickly turns around and sells it to Logan Paul for a whopping $3.5 million. That is the very quick TLDR about everything that's happening. Let's break it down a little bit further. First off, with anything that is a collectible, a lot of the time you want to see the transaction history, who's had it, why do they have it, all of those big important questions. So let's start our story back in my home and native land, Canada, where on eBay he went as the seller, #1 Pokemon Master. He opened the bid for 10 days on March 29th, 2021. Now, the first red flags showed up when the seller changed his name before he put it up for auction, has almost zero seller feedback, and their listings were riddled with grammatical errors. You could call that 3, but we'll call that 1 very large red flag. While we're at it, why don't we just keep adding on to that red flag pile we have? He was selling the case, 6 boxes, for an auction price instead of what it could have been worth at the time, which was approximately $2.6 million. And he would ship it through Canada Post.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land.
As well, the story about how he got the case changed no less than 3 times. From an estate sale to a gift he got when he was 12 years old, the fact that he bought a house and found it in the attic. Or, as many collectors know, is a telltale sign that someone is probably, more than likely, scamming you. Now, to top it off, the final bid was only $72,500 USD. So obviously, a lot of the collector community within Pokemon didn't really take the bait. There was too many red flags even before all this information was found. Now, for the viewers at home that don't know, usually when you're spending house money, well, maybe a down payment on a house. Oh man, our housing economy is in shambles. Or the amount of money some people make with a very good paying job within a year on some cardboard, you want to make sure you're getting your money's worth for what you're actually buying. Usually you'll fly in to inspect it either with somebody or are knowledgeable enough that you are able to inspect the goods and know everything is fine. To no one's surprise, the original buyer, name on screen, asked to fly out and inspect the box. The seller, of course, said no. So the seller went to the second highest bidder or the other person that offered the most amount of money, which was Card Kahuna, who purchased it for an undisclosed amount of money. It was then shipped to him in the good old US of A without insurance. Oh my God. Man, the man is shipping what was at least probably 100,000 USD with no insurance. Oh my God. Now, of course, what are you going to do when you purchase a large ticket, legendary, historic collector's item? Content, of course. So naturally, Card Kahuna had a company there to help authenticate it when the box came in. The company, you ask? Baseball Card Exchange. As the name implies, they aren't known for grading much Pokemon or let alone non-sports TCGs or CCGs. They have graded individual packs before, but never something this caliber or scale before. But whether or not they had the skills or knowledge to authenticate it, they nevertheless did, giving it their rep and seal of approval. I mean, we're already in a sea of red flags, why don't we just add some more? Typically, when other companies have such large items, historic items, blah, 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 they usually break down how they prove its legitimacy. This helps shows their expertise and skill in the field, as well as prove any naysayers wrong. When your whole business is making sure that something isn't fake and is authentic, you want to show people that you know what you're doing and break down the step-by-step process. What also adds to this scandal, I guess, is the fact that people like Rattle Pokemon and other people in the Pokemon community was that a inexperienced and probably new authentication company was probably going to authenticate it just so that they can move on the product and reap in the rewards that obviously followed. Which of course is when Card Kahuna sold the sealed case to Sign 150 for a whopping $2.7 million. You can see that exchange in vlog videos on their YouTube channel. Very quickly, as you can see, we can get to the end of the line, Logan Paul, who bought the sealed case for, as we said earlier, $3.5 million. Of course, making his own videos to hype up the fact of how many sealed first edition booster boxes he has in his collection. Now that we have all of the shady dealings between all the different parties, this is quite a bit of red on the hands on this already complicated story. I'm happy to summarize the bucket that's still left to be poured over this story, Carrie style, onto the box itself. Now, I'm not going to pretend I'm some sort of expert that can detail or confirm what has been found out thus far. But the amount of research that has gone into this by everyone involved is to be commended. It's good for the hobby to stop scams and scalpers in general. We're here to enjoy the hobby and have a good time. Now, the box itself gives lots of clues as to whether or not it's fake, allegedly. Some key features are the barcode and the seal itself. Now, both are pretty easy to break down. The barcode from the original cases are the ones shown on screen, as well as the barcode that is supposed to be on the cases does not match the item code, also shown on screen. Now, this only proves that the label is fake or modified, but is damning nonetheless. Secondly, the type of thermal printing done by Wizards of the Coast at that time so long ago usually fades over time and becomes blank. However, of course, the label Logan has is naturally worn, but not faded. The final nail in the cardboard coffin is that the font is different. Now, the tape is littered with issues as well. The font and spacing do not match. The text is also missing a period at the end of the word seal, nor is it capitalized. Again, more sloppy work to try and make it look legitimate, so let's conclude. While everything is speculation at this point, the evidence looks like a duck and quacks like a duck, so I'm inclined to lean towards the fact that it might be a duck. If at any point Logan Paul learns about this, fact checks, or even inquires a little bit, I feel a huge storm is coming. But at the end of the day, 3.5 million probably isn't a whole hell of a lot to him, or he's able to quickly recoup that cost. I don't know his finances, but the man makes buku bucks, so only time will tell. Okay. As I was filming, writing, and recording this video, he uploaded another hour-long video explaining more evidence and more receipts about everything that has happened. So instead of me making this video any longer, go check out his channel and go watch it for yourself. So thank you very much for watching. I'm just summarizing the great work of others, mostly Rattle Pokemon and Pokébeach. Of course, please go give them a follow and support their hard work. And while you're supporting people, why not give me a like, subscribe, and share to quickly bring up your friends up to speed to the cardboard conspiracies that are going on in your life. I'm Dredges. You have a good one. Peace. 2 Logan Paul videos in a row. I have a good shower after this one. Fucking hell.